All right, guys, so this is an LG gas. Right now we're checking for voltage. As you can see, we're getting proper voltage from the board, from the igniter wire. This was on a unit that was not heating the bake or the broil. Now we're going to be checking the broil as well. Now to do the broil, you will have to make sure the door is closed. Maybe have to have someone hold the door closed while you initiate that test, because you will need 2 hands or maybe 4 hands. And so the bake igniter lives behind that cover. Pay attention to the screws. They're pretty much the same, but just pay attention to which and where they go. Also, guys, I did not show it, but by removing the door will make this job a lot easier, especially while working on the inside. I do have videos on removing the door. Pretty straightforward. Just pull the door open. You will have a clip. You just pull the clip all the way back, both of them, and slowly pretend like you're closing the door while holding the door firmly. You do not want it to fall, and then it comes right out. So now that panel, it has a clip. I think I'll show it. Okay, so here's your igniter. And your unit on the broil, it will be a round type igniter. Don't worry about it. It calls for that. The same on the bottom. So don't be alarmed. I think they have the same amount of resistance. And the wire, everything is the same, the plug-in. So you're good to go. We will have to loosen that to get the connector out. Now the space is pretty tight, so we will have to loosen that, and that will give you enough leverage. Just be mindful when you loosen that, you don't twist. That's an aluminum gas line at the bottom, and if you're not careful, you could kink or bend it. So be very careful. This stove was super oily or greasy. Actually went through 3 pairs of gloves, and they kept getting ripped. So, all right, guys. So this is the tricky part now. So the igniter comes all wrapped up. What I ended up doing was wrapping the igniter, the new igniter, put a zip tie around it, leave it in the foam, okay? And you're going to insert it. And the reason you're leaving it in the foam, it could fall or it could slip or something could happen to it. And if that igniter, if it hits something hard, it's going to snap and it will destroy. And I would even go ahead and say order 2 just in case. If this is your first time doing it, there's a good chance that you might snap it and then you'll be out of commission for a few days while you're there. Now this is the broil. That's the top. As you can see, it's round. What's left of it. And pretty much the same process as the broil, as the bake. And that one is on the top, give you an idea. And you do have to remove a cover to gain access. Pretty straightforward. And that's the new one. As you can see, it is not round, but it is the same resistance. All right, now you want to cut your zip ties because now the unit is ready and it was safe. Because sometimes when you're working, if something didn't get connected, it could have slipped. Trying not to take chances. So we're plugged in the back here, I think. Also, guys, be careful when you're handling that. Do not get your oily or dirty fingers on it. If you're able to put a piece of paper towel gently without, it's a very delicate procedure, so do not touch it. If your oily fingers touch that, you're going to have a pretty high failure rate on that. Now, this is very important if you are using an impact to install your igniter. Use a manual. Do not use the impact. Impact is very hard, and there's a good chance that it could damage the igniter from the vibration. So use a manual screwdriver, slowly turn until it is tightened. All right. right, we're just about wrapping up here. And always do a quick test before you button up, because you don't have to actually remove everything again to reinstall if there is a problem. So check your connections, make sure everything is plugged in, the fan is nice. Make sure all your pieces are back the way they're supposed to. So right now the igniter is glowing, and shortly it will turn on the gas. And whenever you don't see a glow, then obviously you have a problem with your igniter, or it could be a board, but potentially most of the times it's just the igniter. There we go, we have flame. And we're gonna check the broil. Now, if you're able to do this repair yourself, you're gonna save yourself quite a bit of money. Anything gas related is usually very costly, but if you do not know what you're doing, gas is not something you want to play around with. Can be dangerous, but in actuality, gas is actually very safe when you know what you're doing. Now we're checking the broil, the top. As you can see, it's glowing. Shortly you'll see the flame. You do have to press and hold the door switch for the broil to ignite. And also, if you do have an error with a bad door switch, you can sometimes check the door switch, and that will also may stop your broil from not working. All right, guys, so we're wrapping up here. Thanks for watching.